Welcome back, everyone. Is there a reason why I'm wearing those boxing gloves? No, there isn't, but they look cool, so they're gonna stay for the video. Alright, let's start. So, what would you need to learn how to fight? Let me give you a scenario. You're just walking alone, or for example, you're in a bar, and there's some dumbass that is trying to stir up a fight. He's trying to fight you, okay? And if there's one person or two, well, the first thing I always recommend is not to be a gangster and try to like fight, okay? No, de-escalate. If you have the opportunity to not fight, take it. Do not fight. There's no reason for you to fight. Like if you can de-escalate and prevent the fight, be smarter. Do not get involved into the fight. Even if you're stronger, like especially if you're stronger than a guy. Because look, if you're stronger than the guy and you know it, and you, for example, hit him in the head and he falls and knock his head on the concrete, he's either gonna die or he's gonna become paraplegic, and you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna go to prison. And no, it's not gonna be considered as self-defense because probably the country you live in, the laws don't really protect you in that sense. So even though you're trying to protect yourself, you hit a guy, he falls, he knocks his head on the concrete, he dies. Well, it's gonna be your fault. You're gonna go to prison, even though you're trying to defend yourself. That's how it is. Now, if there's many of them, you run. You don't even try to fight. Just run. It's good people. Like I'm not a professional like martial artist or like a professional boxer, but there's people that actually became like champions, heavyweight champions, whatever. They will tell you the same thing. Do not get involved in a fight if you have the opportunity to not get involved. Just run. If there's many people around you trying to fight you, just run. Do not get involved. Okay? Even if you think you're stronger than them, do not get involved. So, now, the problem is, yes, when you're alone, you can always run. That's that's the default option. You can just run and you avoid the fight. But for example, imagine you're with your girl. You are with your girlfriend. And now there's a group of dumbasses that are trying to rob you or be aggressive to you and to your girl. The thing is, here, you cannot run. Like, if you're being realistic, okay, you cannot run because your girl cannot run as fast as you. Like, look, if we're being realistic here, okay, probably the gangsters that are trying to like fight you, they probably run faster than your girl. Yeah, maybe you run faster and you have a chance to like run away. But if you have your girl with you, she's not gonna run as fast, and they're gonna catch her up. So you cannot run with her. It does, you cannot do it. You cannot just start running and be like, okay, like good luck. No. So you cannot run. What you have to do, you have to fight. You have to fight, and you have to hold the aggressive people, the dumbasses that are trying to fight you. You have to hold them back while your girl can run and get into a safe place. You have to buy her time to run and get into a safe place, but you have to be the one holding those bad guys, okay? You have to actually give her time to run away while you hold them back. And like, do you know what happens? Because I think some people don't understand what I'm talking about, because those criminals, they have no morals. Especially like nowadays, they have zero morals. Like back in the days, they at least have some standards, like not attacking women, like only robbing men. They don't touch women or pregnant women. Here, nowadays, they have zero morals. They're gonna beat her up, okay, and they're gonna rape her. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna try to rape your woman. It can also be a family member. It can be your mother, it can be your sister, your little brother. Like, if this doesn't anger you and doesn't give you the motivation to learn how to fight, I don't know what will. To be honest, I don't know what else can motivate you to fight. Like, bro, just imagine they're trying to rape and beat up one of your loved ones, your girlfriend, your mother, your little sister. Okay? You have to be able to defend them. So, how do you do that? You have to make yourself strong. You have to make yourself strong so that you can, again, buy time to your loved one or your girlfriend so that she can run away while you hold back all those guys. And at the same time, you need to stay alive. You need to stay alive the longest, okay? The more time you stay alive, the longer you hold them back, the longer your girlfriend or your loved one has time to just find a safe place and hide inside a building or whatever. Plus, you have more chance to survive, of course. And listen, you need to be able to fight even when you're injured. That's why, like, I tell men to do hard things that are painful because you need to get used to the pain. Because during the fight, you don't. They're gonna pull a knife. They're gonna they're gonna stab you maybe. Yeah, they're probably gonna stab you. Yeah, they're gonna stab you. But even though you're gonna die later on because they stab you, in the moment with the adrenaline, you have to be able to continue to fight and defend your loved one. Yeah, you might die after because you just lost all your blood, but at least in the moment you will be able to defend your loved one. And if you die, well, you die, but you died protecting your loved one, your girlfriend, your woman, your mother, your sister, your little brother. You protected your loved ones. Look, the more skill you have by learning how to fight, learning how to defend yourself, putting yourself through things that are painful, that are uncomfortable, the more skill you have, the higher the chances for you to survive, and the higher the chances for you to protect your loved ones. Look, my dad, when I was younger, always used to tell me that I need to learn how to fight. And I always told him that, oh, like, we're in a different country now. We don't need to like learn how to fight here. There's police. The police is gonna like protect us. Like, we don't need to learn how to fight. And my dad was like, no, you need to learn how to fight. And I was like, no, 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 you don't know what you're talking about. Like, people are different here. We have the police. We're all safe here. And I was fortunate enough to learn pretty young that I was wrong. Okay? At 15 years old, I never fought in my life. Okay? At 15 years old, I got beat up by three adults. Like, two of them were 28 and one of them was 29. And I was trying to fight them like it was one vs three, you know? I was trying to find them, but of course I didn't know how to fight. I was playing football at the time, but I tried to tackle the guy, but he just stepped like back and just did a hook in my head. So look, again, I thought that, oh, we're in a safe country. No, I was fortunate enough to learn at a young age, at 15 years old, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a kid. There's dumbasses like, from in my example, there's adults that are gonna try to beat up a kid. Okay, you know what I when I told you that they don't have standards, they're gonna beat up your a woman, they're gonna rape the woman. They don't have standards. They're gonna beat up a child. Okay, so and look, in that instance, you know, the police didn't help me. No, the police didn't help me. They how can they help me? Like, by the time they arrived, like the police, by the time they arrived, they were already gone. By the time the police will arrive, they will already be gone. So, well, that's if they arrive, because if nobody calls the police, well, they're never gonna arrive and you're just gonna get beat up completely. And if you're lucky, someone will help you. Maybe a stranger will like try to hold back those bad guys and you will have time to like run away or whatever. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. But usually people are not gonna step in into a fight. Usually they're gonna be scared to step in into a fight. And it's understandable. It's understandable. And even in my case, like you think then, oh, but the justice or the justice system, the justice system will, well, let me restart that. I think it's the system of justice. Whatever you get what I mean, okay? The justice system. You think that they will punish those bad guys? Well, depending where you live, depending where you live, you will understand that maybe they're not gonna punish those bad guys. Like it's the more mature you become, the more you realize that the justice system isn't really there to protect you. Let's say, so in the end, you can only rely on yourself. We can only rely on yourself, and if you're lucky, people around you that are gonna help you or your friends that are gonna help you. That's it. If you're lucky. And look, take this seriously because if you don't learn how to fight and protect yourself and other people, imagine, bro, you become a father, and there's gonna be some maniacs and some dumbasses that are gonna try to murder your children, and it will be really sad and unfortunate that they succeed at killing your children because you didn't knew how to defend and fight, because you were too lazy to just get up, just do some shadow boxing, just do something. You were too lazy to work out when you were younger, and now you're a father, and they just killed your children because you weren't able to protect them. Or they just beat up your woman or your family member or whatever because you didn't learn how to protect yourself. You were too lazy to get your butt up, okay, from the couch and stop watching TikTok and Netflix and instead go to the gym and actually learn a skill that will save your life and save the life of others, like fighting. No, you were too lazy. You stayed on the couch and you didn't do anything. And now, because of that, you might suffer in the future. Your family members might suffer in the future. Your woman might suffer this in the future. Learn how to fight. Start somewhere. Like if you don't have the money to go to a place when they teach you how to fight because it's expensive, whatever, there's really good quality videos on YouTube where they teach you how to fight. You can learn how to properly put your feet. You know how to throw punches. They show you which exercise to do. That's the same exercise that they do in gyms where you pay to learn how to fight. You can do it at home. Like there's YouTube videos showing what you have to practice, which exercise you have to do. You can just do it at home. In between reps, for example, you're working out, you're pushing weights. In between your reps, do some shadow boxing. It doesn't matter if it's all like disgusting in the beginning, because of course me, when I started martial arts, it was disgusting. Like yeah, I was huge, I was like ripped, but I didn't know how to punch. I looked like the dumbass. But because I was like, it doesn't matter that I look like a dumbass, I will still do some shadow boxing. I will still continue to try, and now I look better. And the more I do it, the better I look. And to be honest, I prefer looking like a dumbass doing some shadow boxing in between my reps in the gym, but then learning, because of that, learning how to fight, than never actually starting to learn the skill of fighting, and then I get beat up or one of my loved ones get beat up because I never learned that skill. Okay? So stop thinking about others and what they will think of you and what they're gonna judge you. No. This is something you have to do for yourself. And this is important because if you don't do it, there's real consequences. Especially for men. Every man should, in my opinion, every man should learn how to fight. Yeah, yeah, this gets me. I'm really passionate about this topic because, yeah, I don't want any of you getting hurt. I don't want any of your loved ones getting hurt. But I don't know. I feel like no one is preaching this, the importance of fighting, and it is important. It is really important. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and peace out. Damn, I cannot close it with those gloves. Wait. All right.